Hello everyone, this is Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes. Today we're going to do part 3 of our 1881 um, English-German, or well, I guess it's German-English primer. And we've got the cover done. We've got the signatures and the papers all chosen, trimmed, and stitched in. Now we're going to work on some ephemera for the book. So put the book aside, and I embossed this piece of cardstock earlier in this 3D texture fade embossing folder that I got from Sissix with Tim Holtz. And I did purchase this off of Amazon, and it was very recently, so I'm sure they've got several more. I tried it with the craft colored cardstock, and this one looks really old and aged. I spread distress ink onto the folder and then sprayed the paper and then had it go through my die cut machine. But I think we're going to use this lighter one. And I did score it down the center at 4 1/4. And I've got some coffee dyed handwriting pagers, and I thought we'd just do an easy little notebook. I have them cut 4 inches by 6, so they fit right into this little folder. And then the easiest of all attachments, let's grab a stapler and just staple them in. They're all trying to slide now. Goodness. Try to want to get them lined up as I can and centered. And then let's just staple one over here and one over on this side. How's that for an easy? So we've got one little piece done. So here I was making a index card pocket, and I stitched around it and I added another little pocket, and I used ink and distressed an index card to actually fit in there. So I used a stencil, and let's put a little washi sticker on it. Get the backing off. Not always easy. I'm going to grab a bone folder so I can lift my pocket and get the sticker to go underneath. And let's decorate this little pocket a little bit. Here I've got a piece of coffee dyed tracing paper. Let's stick that on there. Get the glue stick. And I have my glue book over to my right. Will that fit? I hope so. Yeah, that'll work. It was just a little scrap I had, and I was just kind of hoping that it would work out for me. And then I've got this stamp, and let's grab an ink pad. I'm going to stamp it off on my glue book first to make sure that it's a workable. And let's center this. Well, not really in the center. I think I want to put a butterfly or something on it. So we'll just get it kind of over to this one side. And it says, there is always something for which to be thankful. That works. And have a couple of butterflies here. Let's see if they'll work. Go ahead and distress the edge a little bit. And use the glue stick. Let's get rid of that before I have an accident. And I'm going to go ahead and trim off that extra. Little wrinkle in that washi tape sticker. Okay. And I've got some old tags that I had stamped ages and ages ago on shipping labels. So let's go ahead and put that in there. So we've got something fun. And then it can be glued down in the book anywhere you want. I don't think I'm going to attach any of the ephemera. I'm going to include it so that you can put it where you'd like. That way, if you want to just do two sides, so you have another pocket too. It's up to you. Okay, let's make some more. I have a 4x6 index card. I want to trim it down to 3.5 inches. And you don't have to use an index card. I just happened to find a big stack of them, so I thought I'm going to use some of them up. Okay. And I'm going to score 1.5 inches from the bottom. and fold that up. Go ahead and ink that folded edge also. Let's get my corner rounder and round my corners at the top. And I've got a little piece of muslin. Let's see if that fits. Oh, pretty good. Okay. Yes, we're going to decorate the little pocket with that. But first, I have this stamped cutout that I fussy cut this a while ago. And I thought, let's put that on there. I'm going to go ahead and glue it on. And then I'm going to see if I can grab some brads. Try to center it somewhat. And I don't want to glue it onto here yet because I want the brads on here and I don't want it to go through and get hung up. So let me grab a little container and my awl. So I can punch through that muslin to make it a little easier for the brad to go through the fabric. Yeah, that color will work fine. Let's go ahead and open the legs. Try to spin them. And the other one. There. Now we can glue that onto our little pocket. And I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. And then you can glue your pocket down, or you can stitch all the way around it. And I'm going to go ahead and glue it down for now. And I think I'm going to stitch around it, but I'll wait until after I'm off camera to do that. So we're going to let this dry. And I want to make another little index card pocket, but I want a 3x5, one like this. And we're going to go ahead and score it at 1 inch from the bottom. And fold that up. Oh, no, I want it on this side. Yeah. You want that corner chomper again. Go ahead and glue that down. Okay, let's decorate that a little bit. I've got a couple of Tim Holtz stamped cards that can go in the pocket here. The apple and the books. So let's decorate this a little tiny bit, not a lot. Let's find the washi tape. What do I want to use? I don't really know what I want to use, so we're kind of audition a few out here. This is a Tim Holtz. It's a new one. Doesn't have an end. There we go. Let's do that one in combination with this red and white check. Yeah, I don't think, not with the butterfly. Move those aside. grab the glue stick. And using a little extra glue, that'll work. A little bit different. Let's get some of this off the desk again. I have a small space to work in, so don't want too much. Okay, and here's one that I had made previously with a pencil cup and a globe. So we'll have 2 of these for a journal. And then I think this is dry now. And what I want to do is, I've got pictures of old, these are from her graduation picture in 1953. It says, "I collect memories," so we can put that graduation picture. And here is at her prom, that would be in 1952. And then here with her best friend, Mavis. So we've got some memories for our primer. So those are some fun goodies. And then this one I already made it. I have a 1929 autograph book from this one young lady, and I copied a few of the pages and I tried to make a new little autograph book out of it. And I made it so that you can attach additional pages if you'd like. You just undo this little back flap, and then you can open up the brad paper fasteners and add more pages. And then this will slide right underneath this top flap and hold. So then nothing will get caught on your fasteners. But this says, "School day memories bring back pleasant thoughts of happy hours spent in work and play." And one of the autographs that I just love, this is for the owner of this autograph book, was Effie May. And, "Dear Effie May, love many, trust few, but always paddle your own canoe. Miss Parker." I love that. That is so true still today. It's like, always paddle your own canoe. And here's one from a loving schoolmate. And I noticed that in a lot of the autographs, they had the forget-me-not, and they were all used in different ways. So this was fun. And here's a page, names and address of my schoolmates. So that's ready to go in the little book. And then I have some report cards from 1942, 1941, and this one doesn't have a year. But so these report cards are all printed and ready to go in the little journal. And then I've got copies of envelopes of, well, I've got the love letters that went in them too, but I did not copy those. That these were to my mom from my dad when they were dating. And so I copied them and then I stitched around them to make a new envelope. And we're going to write our own little love letter to put in there. So I'm going to grab some paper. Here's some vellum. I didn't know if I should use this old onion skin or vellum, and I'm thinking that the vellum might be best. And I've got a fountain pen that I thought we'd practice. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. I'll make a new one. So put, yeah, no pressure here. Calligraphy skills to test. And I am not a calligrapher. I just like to play. But if it works, great. And if it doesn't, that's great too. It doesn't matter. But it's not going to be in their handwriting. That's for sure. So, what name should we sign it? That's the hard part. I don't want to use names I know. How about, let's go with Darlene. That'll work. Not quite dry. Well, we'll put it aside and we'll let it dry. And then let's make another little pocket. Let's use some music paper and an old punch. This is an old one. It's Marvi Ukaida, and it just makes a big rectangle. So let's fold over a piece of the paper and slide it all the way in. So I've got a little scrap of something to collage with later. Put that away. And let's give this a new fold. About 1.25 inches. And then fold this back. Okay, so now we have this folded back because we can take our envelope and flip it over so we can attach it to a page. And this is going to be glued down to here. So we need to determine how far up we want to cut it off, how far we want our pocket. Let's go with 1 inch. And I'm just going to slide it into my paper cutter. And I'm going to open it up and come from the back and ink that window a little bit. You could use an envelope if you wanted to, but this is easy. And let's see, how big do we want our pocket to be? That would be good. Okay, I want my scoreboard, bone folder, And I want to score at 5 inches. Nothing high-tech here, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and fold it up. And now we need to do some trimming. This I want to keep. It won't be that long, but I don't want this part. And I'm just trimming the fold off. And then I can save this for collage, put it in the big bin. And this is too long, so let's get rid of some of that. Now we need some acetate on our little window. And you can use anything you want to, you know, for your clear. Or you could even use tissue paper if you wanted. But I'm going to use some score tape. I find that the acetate doesn't really stick well with just glue. And then just go ahead and cut a piece of acetate. You can use sheet protectors. You can use clear cardstock, transparencies, packaging, all kinds of things that are clear. You can reuse an envelope window. Because some of the windows are quite large and they've got a nice piece of clear. Now I am going to line up against the very top because when I put things in, I don't want it to catch. Now this flap is too wide too, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that a little bit. I just don't need that much. And where's my center? It's 4 inches, so that puts my center at 2. I want a little thumb notch there. And I don't know if my punch will cut through the acetate or not, but let's give it a try. Oh, yes, it did. Okay. Otherwise, I knew it would leave a mark. That way I could cut it with scissors. but it trimmed it. We're set. So let's just fix up our edges. And I'm just worried about the front right now. And the inside back pocket. So let's put glue on these two flaps here. And so that I don't get things hung up on my pocket, I want the glue on this side one first. And then I'm going to put the bottom flap over the top of it. So that'll stick. Now we'll glue this. And bring that over and push it down. Trim this a little bit. That's good. Well, no, it's still showing. Got it now. Okay. Ink the back. Fold this way so I can get this corner or edge. So let's decorate this just a little bit. Excuse me. Get that archival ink ready again. And hold it. And then we get an impression. Put the cover on that. And what happened to that little baby butterfly? Let's ink around it a little bit. that should work. And we could put a little label right here. Or here, let's hold off on that. Maybe there's something that I've watercolored I might like. It's awful. It resembles that an awful lot. Let's rip this a little bit more. I just did some stamping and watercoloring on old book pages. And then just ripped them out. I'm having second thoughts now. You know, when you have to overthink everything. So we should just go with what we first initially thought and leave it at that, right? And I just stamped a bunch of music pages here. using up all those little tiny scraps. Well, that'll work. So we need to glue this on. Okay. So now we have a place for our report cards to live. So there, we'll put that one on the front. And then when this is put in the page, it can be glued here and here, so you have another tuck. But I think we need to sturdy that up some, so let's fold that down, give it a new edge. Then it'll be easier to put things in the tuck spot. Much better. Okay. So our little note is dry already. So we can fold that. And slip it into an envelope. And then I also have a copy of the alphabet page from that primer that can be used as ephemera also. So these are all our fun goodies. We have our notebook and little index card pockets. This like library card or policy card type pocket with double pocket. Another index card pocket, except it's using bigger. I think I might stitch around it and give it a little bit more color. and I'm going to use a brown thread. We have our autograph book, and we have our little flip pocket, our envelopes with our own little writing in one of them, and our ABCs. And all that's going to go into our journal. I want to thank you very much for watching, and have a creative day.